Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Thank you for joining us once again here on the Fox Valley Voice, the only live YouTube talk show dedicated to the people, places, and events that make the Fox Valley such a great place to live. And joining us on the broadcast today, to my left, your right, Nicole Mullins is here again.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
And last time you were here representing an organization called L.I.F.T. Aurora, but
Yes.
now
We have a new name.
She is here representing the Aurora Cultural Creatives.
Correct.
So we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what you guys have been up to lately, and we are going to talk about what is coming up here in the very near future.
We are.
Excellent. So
Yes.
how's everything going with you? Now,
Great.
we just before the show realized that the last time you were here was in February.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, is not all that long ago.
No.
But
Lots has happened.
so much has happened that it seems like it really was quite a bit. So let's jump in. And also, if you are listening or watching at home or at work, hopefully not while driving, you can interact with us. You can send us your questions and comments. You can find us on Facebook at just look for Fox Valley Voice. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just go ahead and right there you can leave us a comment and we will see it, and then we will address your questions and comments. So,
Yes.
Nicole,
Hi, man.
it's not snowing anymore.
No. Finally.
Although we did get some hail this week. We had a
Yeah,
nice
what the hail is that about?
hail. No.
Yes. I was at Culture Stock Bookstore. I thought our windows were going to get bashed in.
Right, and those are old windows
Yeah.
too, right?
And tall.
Right.
Yeah, it was not that exciting.
But you came away unscathed,
Yes.
hopefully?
I survived the hail.
Okay.
I did get pelted a couple times taking out the trash, but otherwise, it's fine.
Don't you have people for that?
Yeah, we do.
Just make someone else do that. Gosh. What do
Yes, I do not do trash or toilets. I'm kidding.
Hey, fair enough. I mean, unfortunately, I have to do that stuff here where I live. I mean, in the studio. So, all right. Let me ask you now. So, like I said, you started the L.I.F.T. Aurora organization.
Yes.
And the Culture Stock was your physical embodiment of the organization.
It was. Is.
But now, since the last time we spoke, we've had some major developments. So let's start from, we already know that side of the story. So what's the other side? Who is the cultural creative side?
Okay, well, when I was here on February, I did mention that we were going through the merger process.
Okay.
But for those who didn't listen in on that one, L.I.F.T. Aurora.
Apparently me. I wasn't listening.
Hello. No. L.I.F.T. Aurora, which was the organization that started Culture Stock, and Cultural Creatives, which was an organization that developed the art walks in downtown Aurora. I want to say in 2007, and they did it for several years after. We came together and became Aurora Cultural Creatives. The funny thing about that is we spent weeks, if not months, trying to come up with a new name for the merged organization. We had literally hundreds of names listed, and then we had a humongous long meeting one day to kind of vote and get rid of the things we for sure didn't want, and after all of that we ended up with Cultural Creatives, just with Aurora in front of it. So at the end of that meeting we looked at each other like, really, guys, really?
Well, what were some of the finalists if it wasn't going to be Aurora Cultural Creatives?
I don't even remember. I really don't even remember. They wanted it to be pretty much telling of what it was, so no like symbolic words that you had to really know what it was to know what it was. We didn't want an acronym. We knew what we didn't want. We just didn't know. And then we ended up with part of what we already had anyway.
Yeah.
But it worked out. And I love our new logo. It's awesome.
All right. Well, while we're talking about it, let's bring it up.
Yeah.
Here, hold on a second. Let's do a screen share so the folks at home and at work can see. Where are we? There we go. Screen share. Here we are. Aurora Cultural Creatives.
Yes.
You can find their Facebook page at facebook.com/Aurora Cultural Creatives. And your website is going live?
Probably the first week of June. I don't have an exact date, but it will be soon, and we're super excited.
And if I remember correctly, that is going to be auroraculturalcreatives.org?
Correct.
Okay.
You are correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I did a tiny
did
bit
your
of homework.
homework.
Just like I skimmed it. I skimmed the notes. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and check them out there.
So with that, we have a new, we did develop a new mission statement, which I'm going to read verbatim so I don't butcher it. The mission of Aurora Cultural Creatives is to enrich the community of Aurora and foster a vibrant arts culture by providing high-quality, free, and affordable programming, education, and events. So that's a mouthful, huh?
Excellent. Yeah, but you know what? It's a good mission. Mm-hmm. All right, and you've got, and you even have you've got mission, vision, and values.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the values that we're, has been our most focused on lately is to be collaborative. I recently went to several different organizations or other committees meetings just to say, hey, this is what we're doing. If there's ways for us to collaborate on future events or activities, then let's be in touch. So
yeah, you're putting it out there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep, just like Culture Stock, how anybody can use it for their activities. You know, we want to be a collaborative force in the arts in Aurora.
That's how stuff gets done.
Yeah.
You know, if I could just back up for a little tiny bit, how did this come about? As far as you guys getting together, the L.I.F.T Aurora and Cultural Creatives?
We have 2 mutual board members. So we had 2 people that were on the L.I.F.T Aurora board and were also on the Cultural Creatives board. And our original, for L.I.F.T Aurora, our original mission was for all of the arts. And I believe we originally started with education and athletics. And our actual activities were focusing more towards the arts and arts education. Cultural Creatives was at a point where they were thinking, okay, we've done the art walk, we've been doing it for several years, and we want to take things to the next level. So the one of the board members who's on both thought, you know, why don't we merge together, join forces? That way we're not competing for resources. I mean, resources for the arts as it is slim. Mm-hmm. So why not join together and double our efforts, but not decrease each other's availability of resources? So we presented it to both boards. Everybody was on board. Mm-hmm. And we had a consultant work with us for about a year to navigate the process of merging, because there's so much detail involved in that process that you wouldn't even think. You're like, oh, great, you want to get together? We want to get together? Let's do it. The end of story. Yeah. And it's not. You have to do a whole, you know, what are we going to name ourselves? What is our new mission going to be? You know, is everybody okay with this? So it was a process.
Wow. I guess that's what happens when you want to do something officially, right? Yeah. See, I just do stuff, and then someone comes along and later and is like, "You can't do that." Oh, okay, sorry. Oh well. Yeah. Will you be on my board?
Oh, sure.
You'd be the only one. Is that okay?
I'll bring my imaginary friends.
Good. Oh. Hey, we've got someone that's already chiming in here on YouTube.
No way.
Yes. We've got Daniel Michael saying, good morning, kids. Have a great show.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Daniel. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so you guys are merged. You've got your mission, vision, and values. Mm-hmm. And you're rolling. You've got some things that
Yes.
are happening already, and you got some stuff coming up. So I put out there on our Facebook invitation our list of topics that we have to cover,
so that we don't forget anything.
right? But by no means is the well, we
Order, and we can jump around.
we can jump around. You can
Jump
even start
around, jump
yes.
up, and get down.
Yeah, I was hoping that you were going to sing for us.
Oh yeah, sure.
So yeah, anytime you feel
It will
the
sound
need.
awful.
No, it's great. So all right, so you had a visit from a member of Congress recently.
We did.
At Culture Stock.
We did.
Okay. Why
We
don't you tell us about
had.
it?
Well, it's funny how it came about. It was. You know how you sometimes get these emails about support Congress and support this bill and support this and support that. Well, one of the things that came through of one of our board members' emails was support the arts. Help Congressman Foster support the arts. Something like that. It's not verbatim, so don't quote me.
Okay, I will.
And so she signed the petition. Shortly thereafter, one of his staffers called her to check in, like, hey, thanks for the support. And she took that opportunity to say, hey,
By the
about
way.
that, you're into the arts? Well, here's what we're doing in Aurora. So she gave an open invitation to Congressman Foster to come out, and lo and behold, a few weeks later, he was in Culture Stock. He met with a couple of our board members, and he was a real trooper in reading to the kids for story time. We had like 20-something kids turn up for that event. It was pretty cool.
Excellent. And now, were they aware of your organization prior to that?
They were not.
So this is good for you.
Yeah. I mean, they may have known about Culture Stock, but even people who know about Culture Stock don't really know what it is. I mean, they think it's, if they're not that familiar, they think it's just a bookstore.
Right. So we're looking at a photo right here of Congressman Foster.
Yeah.
Although that's not a Culture Stock.
No.
This is a submitted photo.
Yeah, that was a photo.
Where's all the ones of him at the...
I think it's on our Culture Stock page.
Oh.
Since it was a Culture Stock activity. But yeah, they should be on the Culture Stock page.
All right. Because I thought I saw something.
Yeah. It was hilarious. You had a couple kids like wanting to keep getting up and interact one-on-one with him and like, forget these other kids, pay attention to me. And you could tell he's definitely worked with kids before because he was great.
Oh, good. Well, he's a politician.
Yeah, he better be good at that.
You got to kiss the babies. Although hopefully he didn't kiss anybody. At
I didn't
Culture
see
Stock.
any kissing going on there. Dang it.
Now, did you have to make a sizable contribution to his campaign fund for him to show up or anything like that?
We made zero. We made maybe supporting the arts and what he's doing, but no, we did not have to do anything.
Well, that's good.
He was very excited to be there with little prodding of our own.
Good. Well, you know what? Maybe all of a sudden there's going to be some bill introduced in the nation's capital that's going to give you, like a $7 million budget.
Wouldn't that be great?
Sneak it into one of those military bills.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way.
You don't have to read it.
No,
Just
no.
pass it.
That's how they do that stuff over there. So excellent. That went well. What else? What other recent events would you like to highlight?
Previous events?
Yeah.
We had an artifact show, which is going to, from now on, be an annual show. It's a juried art show where any submissions, the art has to be made of either found or recycled materials.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be amazed at the beautiful art you can make with recycled and found items.
Do we have any photos of that anywhere that we
I think we have an entire album.
Okay.
If you go to the album, on the Culture Stock page.
Okay. So let me bring that up. As you can tell, we practiced.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. See, Earth Day
Is
Artifact
this it
Show.
right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah, we had like humongous chairs made out of tree branches that people were sitting in. We had, stuff made out of plants and nature. We had a pterodactyl made out of what looks like hardware and like, what do you call those things? Hose? No. I think it is a hoe, actually.
You mean a garden hoe?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, just one.
Yes. We did not use humans in our art making.
Well, that would be performance art.
That's true.
All right. Oh, look at this. We got some old license plates here.
Yeah.
And some lawnmower wheels, it looks like. Very cool.
That is a picture frame made out of sticks that one of our board members made. And inside, we had multiple picture frames made out of nature items. And inside of each one of them is a framed poem from A-Town Poetics, which is the poetry group that meets at Culture Stock twice or every other week.
Okay. So there's some synergy here. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
here's the
a
pterodactyl.
Very cool. Look at that.
And there's a humongous face on the outside of the store, on the wall in the alleyway. You can see in the background, too, some stained glass, but there's probably a better picture of it. Stained glass made out of, looks like maybe antique bowls and stuff like that.
Cool. You know, I mean, it's just amazing because all of this material is available to everybody, right? But just what happens when it gets into the hands of certain extremely
creative people,
thoughtful and creative people.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about this event was that we chose one artist who got recognized for their work, and they will get a solo show in the Paramount Art Gallery.
Nice.
Yeah.
So was that like an award, like a best in show type of a thing? Okay. Who was that?
Oh, geez, I'm forgetting the lady's name, but I know her piece of art.
Okay.
If we come across it. Of course, I would not know her name, right?
Well,
I'm awful.
like I said, we practiced.
Fail.
So there's some interesting stuff going on here.
Those are fossil. I think he called it fossil shock art. So it's fossils in glass and they light up.
Whoa.
Isn't that neat?
Okay.
A bird made out of some type of hardware.
Tools. Oh,
Jeff
I know
Weber
this one.
guitar.
This is Jeff Weber guitars. Yeah. This is the Hempcaster, if I'm not mistaken, is it? Or is it a different one? Oh, wait, no, this might be a different. He named all of his guitars.
I think that's like something with Prohibition.
Okay.
Because it's made out of a crate from when...
Oh, yeah, look, it says Joliet, Illinois right there. I forget what this one's called. Sorry,
I don't know.
Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, and that's his
Isn't that
resonator.
cool?
Yeah.
It's the top, it has like playing cards.
Right, and
bullets.
6-shooter. Very nice.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh,
there's
here's
that
the
crazy chair. I think we had 3 of them. 2 were really humongous. Oh no, we had 2 chairs and 1 archway.
Now this fruit looks very lifelike.
Yes, those are found materials. We found them at the grocery store.
Oh, that's too funny. All right. What else? What else we got?
I think that was from the winner.
Oh, did we?
It's not the big piece I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure
This
that one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like collages and stuff made out of different clippings and magazines and books. Right. Pretty cool. Oh, there was a girl who made a collage picture of chicken nuggets with Burger King Whopper wrappers. And they were actually made of Burger King Whopper wrappers.
Whopper wrappers.
Whopper wrappers. Say that. Whopper wrapper, Whopper wrapper. I can't do it.
We've got some more folks chiming in here.
Oh, geez, are they making fun of us?
No,
They're like, stop talking.
Not yet. We've got Esteban Balderas. Says, all right, Nicole, represent and support the arts.
Yay.
So thank you to Esteban. And also we've got Amber Slaymaker.
Oh.
So proud of you, Dee. The community is very fortunate to have you and your crew involved.
Aw, that's my cousin's daughter.
Yeah?
They call me Dee.
Dee.
Because my little cousin couldn't say Nikki, and I guess whatever came out was Dee.
Well, that's...
Who knew? I bet nobody else knew that I have a nickname of Dee.
And you wouldn't know unless you
first
watched.
here. Because everybody cares.
You know, the things you learn
Yeah.
from this show. Okay. So, Cultural Creatives, Aurora Cultural Creatives, and that became official back in not too long ago, April, we want to say, right?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Is everybody getting along?
Yeah. I wouldn't say if we didn't anyways. No.
You didn't not throwing stuff at each other when you get together for meetings? Or?
No, it's actually, we have a really creative bunch of people, and it's good because some people are more passionate about certain things and other people are more passionate about other things, but it's good because we're making sure that all of the arts are advocated for. So, it's working out really well.
Excellent. As far as now, I gotta assume that Jeannie Norris is involved with this.
Of course. Of course she is. Yeah, she's the brainchild behind Culture Stock.
She, and I remember talking to her about that like 8 years ago. And everyone's like, okay, Jeannie, whatever.
Yeah, sure, you're going to have a bookstore.
And of course, through, just sheer will, it just appeared.
Yep, persistence pays. You'll link up with the right group who's meant to make it happen eventually.
That's
just
right.
have to be persistent.
That's right. What else we got going on here? So, just in a couple of days here, we've got the Memorial Day Parade.
Yes.
And where is that taking place?
Right in downtown Aurora. We are actually looking for people who would like to participate in the parade with us. So if you have a bicycle, or if you can borrow a bicycle, or maybe we'll have a couple extra bicycles. We're doing bicycle decorating. I guess we're calling it bicycle art. So if you bring your bicycle over on Saturday or Sunday of this week, we are going to decorate bikes, and then we're going to ride them in the parade on Monday.
All right.
So who doesn't want to be in a parade? Come on.
You have to love parades.
For real, you have to.
All right. So decorating bikes, borrow one. Now we're not talking
BYOB.
Right. Bring your own bike.
But
when we say borrow a bike, we don't mean
not
like borrow someone's
not
bike.
without permission.
Yes.
We're looking for permitted use of bicycles.
Have you noticed a difference with the parking rate has changed in downtown Aurora?
It has.
Since the last time we spoke.
Yes.
Has that affected what's going on at Culture Stock? Do you think? For those of you who may not know, there used to be meters that you would have to feed, and now there's no more meters, but they have this system where you can only spend X amount of time in certain areas of downtown.
Yeah.
So how is that working out for you?
Well, I think personally I preferred the meters because you can go out and put money in the meter if you need to stay somewhere a little longer. I get the point of it, though. It's to keep traffic flowing and allow people to spend time at a business and go and not just linger in spaces. So it's good. I mean, a lot of people were happy to see the meters go. So it's good.
Just not you.
Well, yeah, because it's.
So
what are the odds that you're gonna only need to be somewhere for 90 minutes? If you go have dinner, and then you want to walk around, and you're like, "Oh, we can't really walk around because we only have 90 minutes." But it's fine. There's parking garages. You could park in the parking garage. I'm just being a baby.
You just want to park in front of the Culture Stock.
I just want to park right there. No, but it is fine. A lot of people don't know that there's the parking garage on Stolp. So literally, if you don't want to deal with worrying about 90 minutes or 3 hours, depending on where you park, then just park in the garage and quit complaining, Nicole.
Yes. There's also the casino garage, I guess, if you had to do that. So,
yeah, there's enough parking.
Gosh, I'm sorry I brought it up. You're like the only person who's upset about.
I'm not upset. I mean, really, if you
meters.
think about it, like you go to Chicago, parking's ridiculous.
It is. It's like $50 per half hour.
Yeah, so
Something
it's
like
really not that bad. Just in comparison to what it was before, it's hard to keep track of. And I think too, you can't move your car to another spot within a certain amount of distance away from where you were before, or it counts as that you were parking there for, I don't know. It's just learning the rules.
What a headache.
No. Darn that parking. Just, you know what the moral of the story is? Use a bicycle.
There you go.
Problem solved.
And ride it with the Aurora Cultural Creatives in the Memorial Day Parade.
That's right.
Hector Ochoa Jr. says, ACC, keep up the good work, Nicole.
Thanks, Hector.
Thank you for listening, Hector. All right, so parade. I got an invitation yesterday to this event called, oh gosh, what are you guys calling it? Oh, it's right here.
Yes.
On the Wall, Black Books and Breakbeats.
Dun, dun, dun. We are really excited about this.
You're going to have to,
I will elaborate.
Break it down for us, would you?
I'll break it down and try not to sound like a big lame-o.
Too late.
I know. So we're planning an event. It's going to be Sunday, July 20th on Water Street Mall, which is right along the side of Culture Stock Bookstore, 43 East Galena. And this is kind of going to be an ode to hip-hop. We partnered up with a group called Them Bad Apples, or they go by TBA. And that's a group, I don't even know how many of them are. Daniel, Michael can chime in the comments and let us know. But it's this large group of guys, and there's some girls in there too, who have been friends since the 80s. They were really big into hip-hop culture back then, with the graffiti art and MC, DJing, all of that stuff. And so...
They probably watched that movie Break-In, right?
Yeah.
And Break-In 2, Electric Boogaloo.
They were in that movie probably. No. But a lot of their crew members were really well known. There were some large murals on the east side of Aurora. I remember seeing them in the 80s and 90s. And so this crew is still together. Some of them are grandfathers now. Congratulations. And they're still really involved in the arts. And some are still into hip-hop culture with the graffiti art and DJing MCs. Some have evolved into more socially accepted forms of art and photography. But they're a very talented group of people. And we're really excited to be working with them on this.
So what you're trying to say is, even though they've advanced in age, they're still keeping it real.
They are keeping it real,
as the kids say.
Keeping it real, as the kids say.
Obviously, I don't say that because I sound like a dork when I say it.
It's okay, better you than me. I'm glad you said it first. But yeah, we're really excited. We're gonna have DJs, live graffiti art, art and photography will be shown.
You can see live graffiti any day of the week if you really want to.
But not
right?
if they're making it. They're making it there, and it's on a building they're allowed to use.
Okay.
It's not even on a building. We're going to have a wall created for it.
Cool. So you can keep it then, right? Or auction it off or something?
And there's going to be break dancing.
Nice.
Who does not like to see break dancing, right?
Are they going to bring their own like linoleum squares?
We're going to have a floor. Days? They're not going to be dancing on cardboard.
No.
We are beyond cardboard break dancing here.
Okay.
It's more sophisticated. Serious. Yeah, it really is. It's going to be awesome.
All right. So a cultural creatives production along with TBA, Them Bad Apples. Oh, and you've got the names of some of the artists here.
We do. You want to try butchering them?
Oh, gosh. Well, we got Sam Rogue One Cervantes. Create.
Yes.
Chito Tena. Juan Angel Chavez. Jeanette Lady Rise Roche. Is it Roca or Rocha? Yeah, I butchered that one. Sorry.
Sorry, Jeanette.
Steve Plus Rock Balderas. Oh, wait. Didn't we just hear from... No, Esteban. Yeah, that's him.
Oh.
Thanks. And Black Apple Photography.
And that is Daniel Michael.
Oh, there you go.
Black Apple Photography. Right. So they're supporting us today.
Live graffiti art also from Rogue One, Sam Cervantes. Jinx, Nike, Sobe, Jeanette Lady Rise, Roca. I'm going with Roca.
Okay, sounds good. Okay?
And CZO.
Cizo.
Thank
Lara.
you.
I only know that one because I had to make sure I spelled it right.
Okay. And we got DJs. Well, this Sam Cervantes guy is everywhere. He does everything.
He is. He was the one that did those huge murals that I'm talking about.
Okay.
And he had since been commissioned to do some really cool pieces too. So see, graffiti artists do not just tag on places they're not supposed to.
Okay. I didn't say anything.
I know. So judgmental, Javi.
No.
Jaime. I just called you Javi.
Oh, well,
Javi.
There is a Javi.
Javi, Nagila.
No, but no. Are you still looking for more DJs? Because I can spin.
Yeah, we'll call you. We'll call you.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
That's very nice.
Well,
That's
I'll
a
have
nice
my
way
people call your people.
letting me down easily, softly. Okay.
So yeah, July 20th. It's a Sunday.
Oh, Daniel Michael says also photo booth for the kids.
Yes.
That's not on here. You need to add that.
We just started talking about it last night. We got plans in motion. We are going to have a kids station and have a bunch of cool things for kids. Cool. We're not sure exactly what. We talked about having a big white sheet with spray bottles or spray chalk for the kids to practice.
So you're going to teach kids how to graffiti.
We're training little bad apples. No.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do it, you might as well show them the right way to do it.
Right, and chalk washes off.
Yes.
So we'll teach them to use chalk.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is exciting. I'm gonna make sure I put this on my calendar. Sunday, July 20th, on the Water Street Mall, right there in downtown Aurora, adjacent to Culture Stock.
Correct.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You guys are really getting it done out there, and I enjoy that.
Thank you.
Now, how are you? There are a lot of other artsy type stuff going on in artsy. So, are you working with other organizations like, for instance, the First Fridays?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Aurora downtown thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That organization. That is very similar to what I remember the Art Walk being.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, actually a couple of our board members have said that First Fridays are kind of like a spin-off to the Art Walks. We have participated in a few in the past. Artifacts, the Earth Day art show was a First Friday participation. And then we had a kids art. We had a couple of kids art workshops leading up to First Fridays, and then we showcased our kids art that day. So we're participating.
Cool. And then how about there's another event that takes place in August in the Water Street Mall that is the
Alley Art Festival.
Alley Art Festival.
I think last year Culture Stock had a booth for like our books and art books and poetry books and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we hope to participate more in different groups activities. Like we've compiled a list of what's going on, how we can get involved. So yeah, we're having booths at Luge Pugh's flea market. So that'll be cool. The second Saturdays of every month.
That's also a Jeannie Norris.
That is a Jeannie Norris
production.
Master plan. Yeah.
She's pulling all the strings behind the curtain.
I know. She's our little.
Yeah, she's the wizard.
We're the marionettes.
And how about the now there's another place right around the corner from you, the theater.
Riverfront Playhouse?
Yeah. Are you doing anything with them?
I reached out to them a while ago about partnering with us to do some kind of children's theater workshops. Not necessarily where they would be responsible for the educational aspect, but that they would let us use their stage, because we can practice in the alleyway and have fun in the bookstore, but it's not the same as kids being able to get up on a stage. So they seemed receptive to that. We don't have anything formalized yet, but we are looking forward to working with them on that in the future.
I would like for that to happen. I hope that comes around.
Me too.
And music. You guys have the Music Mondays still? We
have Music Mondays, and we are developing a festival. Actually, this year it's going to be more of just a concert to get us our feet wet to do a larger festival. It's going to be in the fall, in September. I don't think we have a set date yet, but it'll also be on Water Street Mall. It's going to be geared towards 18 and older. And Jeannie Norris is working on our lineup for that, so it should be cool. And then eventually what we want to have is a local artist music festival. Okay. So kind of like a
now,
outdoor
is there a
family
theme
thing.
Like how your one show that you're doing has the hip hop theme. Now this other music festival that you're planning for the fall, is there going to be a theme to that or just local?
Just I think one of the performers she's trying to get is not local, and the opening act will be local.
Is it Neil Diamond?
Yeah. How did you know?
Because that would be awesome.
But yeah, there's no theme for that one.
Okay.
The theme for the music festival that we'll probably attempt to do next year will be a longer, kind of an all-day outdoor thing and feature. The theme will be local musicians.
Okay.
Kind of like a all-day Music Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But not on a Monday.
And I've been to a couple of these Music Mondays, and it's really a lot of fun because it is such an intimate setting.
Mm-hmm.
You're hanging out at the bookstore. You got the musicians up there doing their thing. And I know for a fact that the musicians enjoy doing it because it's such a different feel than when they go out to a bar or a club or something and play, because a lot of times people aren't paying attention when they're drinking.
I need more beer.
Right, you can hear all the plates clinking in the background and bottles breaking. But this is more of a very like a storyteller atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's like MTV Unplugged. You remember that?
I do.
What? Yeah, it is cool. And the cool thing about it, too, is for performers or musicians who are just starting out, it's a good way for them to ease into public performance and have them work the kinks out with our audience.
Right. So definitely check that out if you have not been to a Music Monday at the Culture Stock.
Yes. Mondays at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.? Is that just an hour, like 6 to 7, or is it 6 to 8?
6 to 7.
6 to 7.
We should extend it, but then we'd be cutting into the Paramount's classic movie Monday.
A lot of people do that.
They do both. It's like an all-day thing. They come and they might even do dinner before, then come to Music Monday, and then scoot over to the Paramount for the classic movie.
That's a fun Monday night, isn't it?
Yeah. And cheap. The movie's $1. The music is free. You just have to buy dinner. What? Guys, take notes.
Listen to Nicole.
So bossy.
All right. And then, okay, so you're going to have to tell me a lot about what's going on with this next bullet point here.
Okay. Let's see.
You told me that you have submitted a proposal to the Seize the Future Development Foundation in order to convert the old Elks building into a cultural arts center.
Yes, we did.
So start from scratch here.
Well, from the time that we got notice of the RFP, the request for proposals, to the time that the deadline was so brief of a period that we put together a committee of, it was basically our executive committee of our board of directors, put together this proposal. We wanted to create a space where we could fulfill our mission, because to be realistic, the bookstore is great, but it's not large enough for what we want to do, even what we are doing now. I mean, we really have to be careful of how much we promote things, because it's not that large. I mean, imagine a dance class in a bookstore.
No, I can't.
Yeah. I mean, even I've attempted it, and we can probably have like 5 kids, which for a population of 200,000 people, it's a bit small.
That's a very low percentage of the population.
Yeah, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. So in our proposal, and it's just a very rough draft of a proposal, we incorporated dance studio space, a small theater, and the small theater, again, is for our education. Obviously, we wouldn't even dream of trying to compete with the Paramount and even Riverfront Playhouse. Our stage would be more for the kids to be able to, and adults too. We had incorporated a music conservatory, so there's private lesson space and larger space for band or choir rehearsals. And there's a artist. It's called an artist residency, which is not residency in this case, does not mean residential. It means like an educational program or where you're developing and honing your craft. Mm-hmm. And so all of these components are incorporated. The cool thing about our proposal for the music conservatory and the artist gallery space is because even though they're rooms and they're in a hallway, they have windows in the walls, so it's like you'll be able to walk down. Anybody, whoever wants to visit, can walk down the hall and peek in and say, oh look, there's little Johnny practicing guitar. Or you'll be able to walk through and see some of the artists who are the resident artists of the building creating art, or even just having their art on show. So we're hopeful. There's a lot of groups that could use space like this, so it's not even just for our programming. You know, other groups would be able to use the space for art showings, for dance recitals, for whatever the case may be, book readings, larger musical performances. So there's a need for it, and we're hoping we can make it happen.
When was the deadline for that proposal?
Well, the deadline was the end of April. I think it was April 30th.
Okay. And have they
and
said
then they
when they're
extended the deadline. So we made a mad dash. I literally was there on the final hour to drop it off. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we extended it a month. So it's good for us. It gives us time. We can revise it. We can revisit it, come up with more planning for it. So it was good. It lit the fire underneath our tushes.
Are you are you going to make your proposal public?
That's a good question. We had not thought of that. I'll have to ask our board.
I would like to see it. Were there artist renderings?
No. We put some pictures in there just to give an idea using facilities we had seen before, but
I would like a 3D walkthrough, please.
Okay, sure. We'll make that happen for you. But the building itself is really cool. If any of you have not seen it, it's right across from the current existing Aurora Public Library, right on, what is that, Stolp and Benton. And it's one of the few buildings that have a Mayan revival architecture. It's really cool. It has like carved Mayan faces into the building. So truthfully, we will make this happen in any building in downtown Aurora. So we're not...
Right. But a building with Mayan faces in it?
Right?
I mean,
that just screams Cultural Arts Center. I mean, man.
It does. It really does.
Maybe we can carve the faces to make puppy dog eyes for Sees the Future to pick us. We should have put that in our proposal.
Pictures of you begging?
No, the Aztec or the Mayan faces.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think my face would have worked. They're like, what is wrong with her?
Are you aware of any of the other proposals for that building? Have you heard anything?
Well, there was a newspaper article about it in the Beacon, and they mentioned something about a residential possibility and a rehab facility. I think it was like a physical rehabilitation center. Boring.
I am not going to comment because I would like to stay impartial.
Okay, you can.
But, whatever you said there.
I mean, they could be in a boring building, right? They don't need a cool building.
They don't need a Mayan temple.
I know. Really? Come on, people.
What is the closest? I mean, did you have an example of an art center that you were kind of basing your ideas on? Is there anything like that anywhere around here?
There is Water Street Studios is one that's kind of similar because it's this beautiful arts space, and their focus is more of just the visual arts. Yeah. But the visual art component of it, we took a little bit of ideas from there. There's an artist gallery in Miami on Lincoln Road where they have the artist residency with the open windows, and it's like a museum. I mean, really, it's like a big open art gallery of live art, and that building is phenomenal. So we did incorporate some of that idea, and then it was just a matter of what do we need for our programming, which was the stage, the dance studios, the classroom space for art lessons and things like that. So
the reason I ask is because and I'm very familiar with Water Street Studios, but and there's another one up in Elgin that we've discussed before called Side Street. But they definitely seem more towards the painting and the sculpture and things like that. But you're adding in a little bit of theater, you're adding in the music and all that.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we are representing all of the arts and making that accessible. So yeah, we'll see.
Well, best of luck to you. Any ideas when they're going to come back?
They, in the original RFP, it said that the deadline was the end of April, and I want to say that they were going to make the decision within a 30-day window.
Ooh.
So, since they extended the deadline 30 days.
So it's now the end of May.
I'm assuming
they'll come back by the end of June.
Mm-hmm. So.
Well, we'll be crossing our fingers and toes for you.
Yes, I hope so. It would be very cool.
Yeah.
It's expensive though.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just a little.
Was that part of the proposal?
That was.
An estimate of.
We had to estimate what we would need as far as startup costs. We had to do a pro forma, which is outline how much would we be in the red or the black, like would we lose money, make money in year 1 all the way through year 5. So we had to do projections. It's a very detailed proposal.
Wow.
So. And
then do you have to tell them where that money's coming from?
Or you just in a perfect world, they would like to know, and we would like to be able to tell them. So, but that's the one part of our proposal that is lacking. Yeah. But we're working on it. I mean, we're working at meeting with potential investors and things like that. So if we get the building,
maybe some grants, right?
Yeah, we've researched like what grants
NEA
we could apply.
Or something. Would they be able to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of them. Dunham Fund is one that we would be looking at. So, I mean, it's doable. It's definitely a big undertaking, but yay for us. We have persistent Jeannie, right? And she seems to be a lucky charm.
Uh-huh. She's a force of nature, that lady.
We'll just send her to talk to whoever tells us no.
Go get him, Jeannie. Yeah. That's, I mean, it's so important, but at the same time, how are you going to fund it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the age-old challenge.
Yeah. The good thing about our proposal, which I have to say, is that it seemed to be, from what we've projected, it seems to be a sustainable project. So we would not be losing money every year. The money we'd be making from all the different components of the facility would cover our expenses for every year. So it's just the startup, which is like $4 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
Better start hanging out at the boat.
I know. So, so if we get the building, we will be fundraising and giving you my puppy face. The other cool things about the proposal, which is the first floor would contain some retail/restaurant space.
Oh, cool.
Because there's an existing restaurant in the building in that first level that was used as a restaurant. It's got the kitchen. It has some equipment of the kitchen. So in our proposal, we put that we're looking for someone to develop a cafe restaurant, but incorporate the art. So whether it be like a piano bar or a blues lounge or something like that. Yes. Don't you want this to happen?
I want to sing at that piano bar.
Okay. If we get this building, you will be one of our performers in the piano bar.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, I'm no longer impartial now.
Okay. Yes. See? Yes.
We need something like that around here.
Yeah, I agree. It would be very
You got to go
cool.
to the city, to go and see like a old-fashioned piano bar. Oh no, you know what? That's not true. They've got a little lounge up at Villa Verona in Geneva. Have you ever been there?
Mm-mm.
It's a cool place.
I have to check it out.
All right. Yeah, it's cool.
Cool beans. It'll happen. I'm optimistic.
Me too.
Yay.
All right. Anything else that we need to touch on? Those were our bullets right there.
Mm-hmm.
Our bullet points, I should say.
I hope I'm not forgetting anything.
Yeah.
I'll be shot later.
No. Come on. We've done some good work here.
Yes.
So we do want to let everybody know that, if you choose to sponsor the Aurora Cultural Creatives, you can certainly talk to Nicole, and you can send them to Culture Stock, Aurora Cultural Creatives at 43 East Galena Boulevard, Aurora, Illinois, 60505, and follow them on Facebook and Twitter. No,
not yet. We do not tweet.
You're not
as of yet.
A tweeter?
We're not a tweeter. We're not a tweeter bunch.
Okay.
Someday.
Excellent. And Make sure that let's get everybody out there on their bikes for the Memorial Day Parade. Make sure that you have on your calendar July 20th for that Black Books and Breakbeats.
Wow, you remembered that.
What is the Black Books part? What does that mean?
Okay, they're going to kill me because I'll probably butcher this name. We originally came up with another name, which I don't even remember now, so I guess it's a good thing we changed it, right?
Right.
And some of the group thought that it didn't represent what they've become. You know, it represented the graffiti art and all of that, but it doesn't represent what they've become. So that's why we chose On the Wall. Black Books, don't kill me if I mess this up. So Black Books for artists is like a book of their work.
Okay, like a portfolio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, guys? Okay. And then Breakbeats is like the musical component of it. Like the DJing, the break dancing, and so it covers the performance art and the visual art.
All right, I think that's good. I mean,
I hope I did not butcher it.
No, I think.
And we're like, lame-o, that's what we get for sending a non-down person to do an interview about it.
A square.
Yeah, my mom called me that actually 2 days ago.
She called you a square?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
I know. She was watching. I've learned her name is Iggy something. Have you heard of her?
Who?
See, Mom, I'm not a square. Some white rapper girl, and she's got this song called Fancy.
No.
I'm so fancy.
But I'm square. You're asking another square.
My mom sends me a text message that goes, IGGY, who dat, IGGY.
Wow.
And I wrote back, what?
So your mom is cooler than us, is what you're saying.
Apparently. No, she was just watching Dancing with the Stars, I learned, because she was performing there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when I didn't know who IGGY, who dat was, I'm a square.
I had a bit of a setback. Okay, so your mom was ridiculing you because you're not cool enough.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a setback yesterday, and I don't know if you saw this on my Facebook, but I went to, my daughter's in preschool.
Okay.
She's starting kindergarten in the fall. So she's in preschool. And I went to take her to school, and I dropped her off, and one of her little classmates said, "Is that your grandpa?"
Oh!
So,
did she laugh? Or did she not even get it?
They all laughed. All of them. And I can still hear them laughing. So I had a tough day yesterday.
So you're not dropping her off anymore this week?
Yeah, I'm dropping her off at the end of the block. You just walk to school now.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
No.
Aw. Not only are you square, but you're a grandpa.
You know, he at least could have said, "Hey, it looks like your dad needs a little more sleep." Because it's true. I mean, at the time, I was on like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh.
And I've got some gray in my beard. And I wear my hats, my old-fashioned hats. So maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
Still, though, you just don't want to hear that.
Did you talk crap back to the little kid?
I kind of did. I came back at him.
Yeah?
I was like, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah, come at me. What? I got your grandpa right here. That would have went over well.
Right. Yeah, they had to tear me off of him. A little 4-year-old kid.
Oh, that's great.
So anyway, so you're square. I'm a grandpa.
Sounds like we're great co-hosts together.
Yeah, great shape. So anyway, all right. I would like to thank you, Nicole, so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And
it was fun.
You know, and the fact that you came back is a good sign. You don't think
you
that
didn't scare me off. I didn't think you were that lame the first time.
Well, yeah, we blew that this time. So Nicole Mullins, Aurora Cultural Creatives. Remember to follow them on Facebook, Aurora Fox Valley. No, that's me. YouTube.com. No, wait.
That's you too.
It's right here. Facebook.com/Aurora Cultural Creatives. And in June, their website, auroraculturalcreatives.org. And you can find me if you want. I don't know why you would. But just in case. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube.
Even grandpas are online.
Yeah. The cool ones, anyway.
Yeah, the cool ones.
Right? So, yeah, look for me. I'm out there. I gotta thank a bunch of people and organizations here. I don't know if you call them sponsors, but they're friends of the show. Our video is provided by Drendel and Jansen's Law Group, specializing in all aspects of helping you with any of your legal needs. So contact them at Drendel and Jansen's Law Group. They're in Batavia.
Nice.
They're nice people. Also, and just a bit of a personal note, I just joined an organization called Neighbors Magazine, and they publish community magazines throughout the Fox Valley, including Batavia and North Aurora, which are the areas that I am now responsible for as an account executive. So,
Very cool.
if you are in those communities, they get mailed out to every house and business. So keep an eye out for those in your mail. And also, if you are a business owner and you want to reach somebody in those communities, that's when you would contact me.
Cool.
Okay?
Thank
Do you need to talk to anybody in North Aurora or Batavia?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep that in
Sounds
mind.
like it.
Also, speaking of magazines, we want you to vote for all of your favorites in and around the Aurora area by going to the Downtown Auroran website. And if I'm
Best of, right?
yes, they're doing their best of. That is downtownauroran.wordpress.com. She sent me the email.
Did you get it right?
Probably not. Just search for Downtown Auroran magazine and go vote for your best of. And also, another friend of ours, Jimmy Allen in Aurora. He's got a company there called Bureau Gravity.
Yep.
They are a subscription-based holistic marketing agency. So if any of you out there need help taking your story to market, you need to chat with the guys at Bureau Gravity.
Yes, they did our commercial, and it's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yep, we loved it.
All right. So that's it for today's special edition with Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.
Woo-hoo, thank you.
We'll talk to you next time. Probably in another 3-4 months,
3 or
right?
4 months. Yeah.
Quarterly. No, that would be thirdly.
We'll have live graffiti art here in the studio.
Yeah, no. Oh, gosh.